This is a priority. It's a priority for us as a community because Nene was dear to our students, to our staff, and everyone who interacted with her. Nene has been robbed. We all have been robbed. Horror, shock, disgust, hopelessness, despair. There are many words that describe how we are feeling as a community. It's difficult to lose a child, but it's much more painful to lose a child in this way. For me, I have lost a daughter. We're praying that somehow, miraculously, Uyinene would appear. Just 5 weeks ago, in Women's Month, we at UCT launched the I Am campaign, asking members of our community what it means to be a woman. Their answers were, I'm inspiring, I'm vibrant, diverse, dynamic, courageous, worthwhile, impactful, and infinite. And now this, in Women's Month, one of us is raped, murdered in a post office, a safe space by an employee with a criminal record. And right next door to that same post office is the Claremont police station. What terrible ironies, what is going on in our world. It is so scary. It says to me, where should our students be? Where should they walk? And where should we as women be? Where should we walk? Are we expected to stay indoors? Do we expect our students to always be indoors at residence with security at the gates and doors? Is that the only way they can be safe? We have so many questions, and this is not an isolated incident. The Department of Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities tells us that in August, Women's Month, more than 30 women were killed this year. Those are the ones we know of. In the past months, we've been left reeling in the wake of a series of brutal and gender-based murders. It's little wonder that there's been a call for a state of emergency. We are living in an emergency where a young woman cannot visit a post office and expect to be safe. As much as we welcome the call for the state of emergency, we need to go further to the roots of this epidemic in our society, the plague of toxic masculinity. The Minister of Women, Children and People Living with Disabilities, Minister Nkwane Matabane, has declared Sunday, 8 September 2019, a national moment of silence and prayer day, and is encouraging all men to speak against gender violence. We need our men to stand with us. Earlier in Women's Month this year, feminist and human rights activist Pregs Govender, speaking at UCT, reminded us of the power of reclaiming our dignity through subordinate leadership. Insubordinate leadership, she argued, is best exemplified by the 20,000 women who marched on the Union Building in 1956. Women from all races, all religions, all political persuasions and cultures marched on Union Buildings in 1956. And I ask you today, has the time come for women to march on Union Buildings again? Like our mothers and grandmothers and great-grandmothers did. An unjust system, they did, against an unjust system and against this form of brutalizing and deadly oppression. Because we are not about to raise a white flag on gender-based violence. We are not about to ignore femicide as a crime against humanity. And we are not about to ignore the insidious intergenerational effects of gender-based violence. We have to ask ourselves what is to be done. For us at the University of Cape Town, we remain deeply distressed by the unacceptable levels of violence against women and the marginalized in our society.